Hello, my name is Prime, and welcome back to another episode of Prime News. And today, SES Software released a fantastic blog post on the California Rework project Phase 3 for American Truck Simulator, this time talking about the heart of the Bay Area, that being San Francisco. As per usual, I will have the link for the blog post and official video teaser down in the description below. The blog post is where I'll be summarizing the information for this video and where I found the 18 brand new screenshots. At long last, we finally have the San Francisco blog post, and in fact, it's the final blog post on Phase 3 of the California Rework project. This blog post also confirms that Phase 3 will be coming within the 1.50 update. Although speculated for quite some time, it is fantastic to finally have that confirmed. So for all ATS players in 1.50, you can expect to find the entire revamped area that Phase 3 holds. Moving back to San Francisco, it is arguably one of the most famous cities on the West Coast, and a city that I'm looking forward to exploring more now that it has been reworked. However, SES Software talked about a different approach to reworking San Francisco, as all the other cities so far talked about within the rework have been rebuilt from the ground up. San Francisco, though, is different, as SES Software decided to, of course, rework from the ground up certain aspects. However, many areas of the map were quite good and just needed a modern touch. Although everything has been reworked, some areas have just been reworked, not completely rebuilt. So just keep that in mind. But that's not to say there's been major changes, as even in just the simple reworked sections, it still looks like a completely brand new area as it is. Everything from road networks, depots, and of course the scenery have been reworked and rescaled to give San Francisco the proper reputation it deserves. Speaking about the road networks, the blog post mentions that the majority of the iconic San Francisco steep streets have become secret roads. Us ATS players can explore the famous roads such as Lombard Street, where in real life trucks would normally not drive. The secret roads aspects allows us to just explore those areas while not forcing us to drive on them unrealistically. Reworked junctions, especially around the Golden Gate Bridge and Bay Bridge itself, but also a reworked skyline. The iconic San Francisco skyline has changed, and for the very first time in ATS, we will be able to drive on the streets right beside the towering skyscrapers. That is going to be fantastic to finally be able to do that, and the reworked skyline of San Francisco looks so good. The blog post also talks about two of the most famous attractions of the San Francisco area, that being the Golden Gate Bridge and Pier 39. Starting with the Golden Gate Bridge, it has been rebuilt from the ground up, with the overall size of the Golden Gate Bridge increasing both in width and length compared to the version of the past in ATS. This better scales the bridge to the area and of course makes it more realistic. Us ATS players will also find a brand new toll gate as we go to enter the bridge, one that is custom built and no longer a prefab. And maybe one of the biggest features for me is that the permanent fog that always was around the San Francisco area, whether that being on the Bay Bridge and more specifically on the Golden Gate Bridge, has now been removed. However, it has now been replaced with the natural weather system within ATS, so yes, the fog may still occur, but it is now generated based off the weather system and no longer a permanent thing just because of view distances. And last but certainly not least, the blog post talks about Pier 39. The iconic waterfront area has been rebuilt and remodeled as well, while also reworking the surrounding roads to match what it is in real life. This area also includes the newly added tram network that will be running across San Francisco to make a U-turn as it does in real life, and the SES Software team have also made some changes to make this area more truck friendly, shall we say, so us ATS players can explore it for all it's worth. Overall, it is absolutely fantastic to have this concluding blog post for Phase 3, and I am so excited to be hopefully very soon exploring San Francisco and the rest of the Bay Area that has been reworked within this phase, while also expanding out to the other regions of California that have been reworked within Phase 3, and of course past phases alike. Unfortunately, the blog post does not put a specific date on the release of 1.50, more specifically the open beta. However, with this concluding blog post for Phase 3, it's safe to say that 1.50 open beta will be coming sooner than later, so keep an eye out here around the channel for more information to come. Comment down below what you think about the California Phase 3 project as a whole, and also how excited are you to explore San Francisco. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.